Hello to everybody in Sagittarius and Capricorn. How are you guys doing? For people born on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn, this is your general reading for August. I don't know how many of these are even going to do, so whenever you're seeing it is the right time. I'm going to put August-ish on maybe. I've been finding with the ones I've done before, they were like longer reaching messages. I think what I might do is if this is a success, I might try this at New Year's and maybe at solstice time for you guys, for you Cuspers, right? You know, nobody wants to forget about you guys. So what we're going to do is get an oracle message in for Sagittarius and one in from Capricorn. We're going to get tarot messages in for Sagittarius and Capricorn, and we're going to choose a best path to follow card, followed by a clarifier. So I hope you. I've been looking for. I was pretty excited to do these readings. We're just asking now, what is the oracle message for Sagittarius, for the Sagittarius side? I'm not a cusper, to be honest, straight up with you guys, I'm not. But, you guys have pulled number 48, Wishing Well. So this is a pretty good card to have in regards to developing your intentions, developing the progression that your intentions do take. You can be very much in awareness of those sometimes, especially when it's something, not too crazy, not too distant. If it's just like a simple wish, right? You almost got to realize, is what I'm wishing for worth the penny that I'm tossing in the wishing well? And some of you, it's kind of like maybe that's a under evaluation as well in Sagittarius. But when you do sort of look to your intentions, that law of attraction thing where you put it out there, right? That's the stage that a lot of this is at, where it's just like, it seems like a wish. It seems like maybe a far off fantasy, right? But if we're reminded to put whatever intentions, physical and mental intentions behind our wish, then we begin to become a wishing well, because when you wish others well, that is like in the same boat, right? You're doing it with the intention of having a positive outcome. So I like to see that card coming in from the Sagittarius side, late stages of Sagittarius. We'll see what's balanced over on the Capricorn, see what all this wishing, this intention setting could be about, all right? I like that card. There's a cool, like, mask on it, and, like, the wishing well itself is, like, already overflowing with gold. So we could look at that and say maybe some of you do have this cup overflow and maybe you have some work to do in philanthropy or giving or something of that nature, okay, when we look at that card, just for some of you, all right? Now, you've got card number 6, not for you, coming in from the Capricorn side. So what this could mean here is that you may be deciding, maybe some of you have come into like a windfall or a situation where you have everything and there's still like this sense of like not being happy, right? We got a fortune cookie now, so like we got a wishing well and a fortune cookie. It's like when you are handed a fortune cookie, the only expectation you have is that you're going to receive a message, right? And then when the fortune cookie is open and you receive the message, you get like clear, direct, predictive things going on, right? And you're like, wow, that was like 100 miles away from where your brain is at. And you know what? I may ask during a roundtable or a general reading for people to leave any stories about fortune cookies that have come true. I don't doubt that it happens, but they seem very direct. And you're just like, well, that wasn't for me. That message is not for me. It could be for some of you just here in this very reading right now, right? When we break it down to cusps, certainly some messages could come through that were meant for another at this time, right? So, as well, I feel like certain doors have been closed on pathways or partnerships because of a realization that people have changed. Like people have like become almost a new person through their intention setting or through maybe an awakening process, like a fire of transformation was lit, and maybe they went out and got super healthy, and now like maybe their group of friends is just not there for them as they once were, or that sort of thing is the feeling I'm getting in coming from the Capricorn side. Okay, so let's just be aware when we're setting in our intentions of the balance, looking around our room or our life and saying, what's here that really just isn't for me? Or maybe it was 7 years ago, but sure as heck ain't now, right? That kind of thing. And maybe you can free up some energy, free up some space, free up some, even free up to a little bit of coin, right? Okay, Tarot, coming in from the Cap side. What is the message from the Capricorn side? Tarot. Okay. Well, some of these things may be deeply rooted in the past, right? Maybe some of you are at odds with like your larger family, I feel. There could be situations where it's like, it might be tough to see when somebody's intentions are good for you based on a particular bias that you might have of them and the way they present, or the way that you just don't resonate, yet this person may be very attracted to you, very drawn to you, and that sort of thing, right? And you are kind of like the magician in this, just being like, okay, well, I can tolerate the situation, I can try and make the best of it, but at the end of the day, you really can't change somebody, right? And your family are the best examples of this, right? You love them to death, but you also realize, oh, there's certain things here that just don't even cohabitate well, and so it becomes a situation where it's like maybe some people are making the step, like if you're a millennial, you're maybe moving out of the home for the first time, and it's a very difficult thing. There may be some emotions involved and things like this. Or if you're an older person, there may be situations where it's like maybe you thought you were an empty nester by now, but you still have situations where it's like you're still a matriarch or a patriarch of that family, and the people are all still attracted around. This message is definitely not for everyone, but to see this Six of Cups and this Magician here, it's like some of you are going back sort of in your database or even in your Akash to find out or to remember which mistakes we have made, or what critical errors have we done through trying things time and time again, and then they just don't work out. What kind of paradigm shift needs to occur? What kind of shift of thinking needs to take place in order that so you can see things in a new light, or have the step into a courage where there is no attachment of bad memories from the past, okay? That's what I'm picking up from Tarot coming in on the Capricorn side. I don't question it. Like, I don't say, like, well, these are the aspects of the sign. If the tarot has a message that doesn't bode well with the aspects of traditional Capricorn, I just hit override. The message is the message, right? And it just could be what's happening at that time. Okay, so in from Sagittarius, you guys got the High Priestess and the King of Wands. So I feel like you're almost being shown something, maybe even through a dream or through some sort of important process that is occurring in your life, or maybe you are the creator of it, or you've been left in charge of something, but maybe you haven't been let in on the whole detail of what it is you're exactly doing. These cards also could say to me here that through your intention setting, some of you are kind of looking for a way to express yourself to a point where you're going to leave somebody guessing almost. Maybe you're in a situation where it's like maybe you don't want to share what you know. You don't want to share the truth, right? And that sort of thing. Or you're managing how much you tell somebody based on what they can handle at this time, all right? So if this is carryover with parents and children, these messages here are, make sure you hold your cards close to your chest and manage what is communicated at this time and what is done at this time, right? Some of you, there could be some hypocritic energy around you. I'm not saying that you're being hypocritical, but hypocrites might be continually showing up on your pathway to keep you elevated, to keep you mindful of your words, I feel, at this time. Okay, I don't know what that's about. High Priestess here as well could be that there may be a family secret, a family heirloom or something as well that comes to light, because I'm seeing like a lot of revealing of like riches and prominence here in this, okay, on this coming in from the Sagittarius side. So those things being said, let's get into the meat of it. Let's look at what is the best path to follow if you were a Sagittarius Capricorn cusp baby. Look at this. You guys have the Ace of Air, or the One of Air, okay? And the One of Air is equivalent to an Ace of Swords in the traditional tarot. And look at this magical creature holding out this magical thing here and saying, all right, there could be some people who are, for those of you that resonate with this High Priestess and looking up things as far as back in your Akash, right? And with this Six of Cups here in the past, this card here is asking you for a fresh mental breakthrough, all right? a fresh mental, like we saw it here, like it's us, the door has been closed on something. So we're trying to break through, I feel, into somewhere that we would feel more comfortable, or what do they call it, like kind of like getting back to safety almost, or coming home again, was this feeling with family. Some of you could have children or siblings that are returning that have been away for quite some time, okay? But with this in your best path to follow, you have to stand in your truth. You have to have that remembrance that the truth is relative, and if you believe it to be so, you can create it to be so, right? And if somebody around you is just not jiving with you anymore, you need to be honest in that respect too. You need to just say, like, look, let's hang out less, or let's only see each other a few times a year or a few times a month, and maybe because this person could be drawing on you at this time, okay? But yeah, the card of, like, there's a lot of truth that's going to be coming out. High Priestess, and then an Ace of Air or Ace of Swords. There's the truth being revealed. And this could be about the fact, like, somebody could, I'm going to be honest, somebody could be getting kicked out of where they're at. Somebody could be having a baby. Somebody could be, returning from a long journey. There are so many possibilities with this, but there's kind of going to be like bigger things happening, and almost like surprise driven things going on for you guys with this in the clarifier. And for some of you, it is just straight up like time to leave the nest. If there's a point where it's like somebody hasn't kicked you out yet, maybe you're just as sick of the situation as they are. Even if they hold the upper hand, maybe you're just the one to make an early break, early bird gets the worm, or gets the upper hand to say, no, I split, right? That's the way it is. Okay. Well, what that's all about. But like I said, I hit the override when it comes to these cards. So there we have it, Sagittarius and Capricorn. Please let me know what you thought of this video in the comment section down below. I love all you guys. You mean so much to me. We'll see you next time.